Formula 1 fans were relieved when Alpine finally announced the signing of Oscar Piastri as their driver for next season. He's a fast driver who has won the championships in Formula 2 and Formula 3, but that joy was short-lived. A few hours after Alpine announced him, he released his own statement saying that Alpine made the decision without his permission and he won't be driving for them next year. So the burning question is, why would Oscar Piastri release this statement, and how did a Formula 1 team come to this stage? That's what we're going to analyze right here at Fervent Motorsports. So to understand this story a bit better, I'm going to have to explain who the key players are. Sebastian Vettel, a 4-time Formula 1 world champion and Aston Martin driver this season, and he's retiring next season. Fernando Alonso, a 2-time Formula 1 world champion, an Alpine driver this season and an Aston Martin driver next season. Otmar Szafnauer, an Alpine F1 team principal, Lawrence Stroll, the Aston Martin F1 team owner, Oscar Piastri, an Alpine Reserve Formula 1 driver this season. He's the 2021 Formula 2 champion and the 2020 Formula 3 champion. Mark Webber, he's a former F1 racer and he is the manager of Oscar Piastri. Daniel Ricciardo is a McLaren driver this season. Zak Brown is the McLaren F1 team boss. Esteban Ocon is an Alpine F1 driver, and Lando Norris is a McLaren F1 driver. So last year, Oscar Piastri won the F2 championship. Under FIA rules, the reigning Formula 2 champion is not permitted to remain in the series for the following season. This meant that Piastri was left without a series to race in after he didn't get a seat in Formula 1. But that's normal. Very few drivers make it into Formula 1 in the very next year after winning Formula 2. But the Alpine team gave him a role of a reserve driver. The reserve role meant that he could race if either of the Alpine drivers were unable to due to sickness or injury. So throughout the season there were calls for Fernando Alonso to retire and give way to Piastri to race in F1. But Alonso had another year left in his contract with Alpine and he looked determined to keep racing in Formula 1. There's also McLaren. They have a current driver pairing of Lando Norris and Daniel Ricciardo. But this season, there was vocal and public criticism of Ricciardo from literally all sides. His own team boss Zak Brown said that there were mechanisms in Ricciardo's contract to allow McLaren to terminate it early. And McLaren was reportedly interested in the F2 champion Piastri. Once again, it's completely normal in Formula 1. Max Verstappen was almost signed by Mercedes when he was entering Formula 1. That's wild to think about how that would have turned out. So now that you know the backstory, let's just get to it. On Thursday, July 28, 2022, days before the Hungarian Grand Prix, Sebastian Vettel announced that he would be retiring at the end of the Formula 1 season. This meant that there would be a blank driver spot at Aston Martin. Monday, 1st August 2022, 1:30 PM Indian Standard Time. Aston Martin announces that Fernando Alonso will be replacing Sebastian Vettel at Aston Martin from 2023 on a multi-year contract. Lawrence Stroll managed to convince Alonso to join the British racing team. This means that there is a blank spot at the Alpine garage for next season. Formula 1 fans think that this will most likely be Piastri. Tuesday, August 2nd, 2022, 8:58 PM Indian Standard Time. Alpine team boss Otmar Szafnauer revealed that he had a conversation with Alonso during the weekend and Alonso seemed happy at Alpine. And the Alpine team only learned about Alonso signing for Aston Martin from social media and not from Alonso himself. Otmar also said that he could not get in contact with Alonso and he said he's on a boat, I think, in the Greek Isles somewhere. He also added that he was unable to reach Mark Webber, Piastri's agent. Tuesday, 2nd August 2022, 9:41 PM Indian Standard Time. Alpine announced that Piastri will be racing for them from next season. He was in the Renault Junior Driver program for 4 years and the team believed that he was the right fit. Tuesday, 2nd August 2022, 11:40 PM. Piastri reveals that the team issued a press release without informing him and he would not be driving for them next season. He said the press release is wrong. And that's where we are stuck now. Rumor has it that Piastri is interested in a seat in the McLaren team and there have been no official statements from either party as of now. So we just wait and we watch the summer drama unfold right here at Fervent Motorsports as we keep you updated on all things Formula 1.